On this channel, we often talk about the foundations and strategies in functional medicine. We talk about gut health, hormones, nutrition, supplements. We talk about skin cancer. And all of these things, they do require dedication, they require effort, they require hard work if you want to get better. But there are also things in life that are easy, things that are effortless, things that nourish and heal us in the most gentle and beautiful ways. And today's topic is one of those things, music. Not just as an entertainment, not just for relaxation, but as a legitimate therapeutic tool to support your brain, sharpen your memory, and even lower your risk of dementia. And the best part, you don't need a doctor for this, you don't need a prescription, you just need your voice, your curiosity, or maybe that old instrument that is gathering dust in your closet. Welcome back. I'm Dr. Maria Azizian, a board-certified general surgeon and an IFM certified functional medicine physician. On this channel, I share health tips on skin health, food and supplements, functional medicine, surgery, and the latest medical research to help you feel your best. And if that sounds good, please like, share with your friends and family, and subscribe. So let's look at this study that caught my attention. It was published in January of 2024 in the International Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry. And also it was recently discussed on Medscape, and it is in the description below. So a total of 1,107 older adults took part in this study. Most of them were women with an average age of 68. Each participant completed something called the Edinburgh Lifetime Musical Experience Questionnaire, which asked about their history with music. The questions that they were asked were, did they play an instrument? Did they sing regularly? How often did they listen to music? And how would they rate their own musical ability? Based on their answers, participants were divided into two groups. Those who had experience playing an instrument or singing, which was nearly 90% of the group, and those who didn't, making up the remaining 10% or so. The researchers then compared cognitive performance between these groups. Now let's look at the results. People who played a musical instrument performed significantly better on memory and executive function tasks. Keyboard players, interestingly, showed the strongest improvement in working memory, while those who played woodwinds or sang did especially well in tasks that required planning, focus, and decision making. And this isn't just feel-good headline. This is a measurable cognitive enhancement that is rooted in neuroscience. So the logical question here is, how does music affect the brain? And as a functional medicine doctor, I'm always looking at the whole picture, how different inputs affect our whole body and especially the brain. So we know that the food, sleep, movement, and stress reduction, they are essential for cognitive health. But music, where does music fit in here? So music engages your brain in a completely unique way. So when you play or sing, your brain activates auditory, motor, emotional, and memory centers all at once. So it's almost like a full brain workout. And over time, this kind of engagement builds cognitive reserve, which is like your brain's emergency backup system. And it helps protect against decline even if structural brain changes occur later in life. Executive function includes the ability to plan, focus, remember instructions. It's one of the first things that goes. It's one of the first things that weakens with age or with neurodegenerative disease. And the fact that music strengthens that it strengthens this specific system is incredibly exciting. On that note, you may be thinking, but I'm not a musician. What should I do? So let me reassure you, you don't need to be one. You don't need to have talent. You don't need formal training. You just need to engage. And here's how you can bring music into your health routine starting today. Play something, anything, even 10 to 15 minutes of piano, guitar, flute, or drumming lights up your brain in all the right ways. Start where you are. Simple is powerful. Sing your heart out in the car, in the shower, while folding laundry. Group singing is even better because it combines music with social interaction, a major bonus for emotional and cognitive health. So make music a health habit, and just like walking, meditating, or taking your supplement, set aside time for music. Put it in your calendar. Let it be part of your wellness routine, not just a luxury, but a strategy. So I have to note that as with any study, there are some limitations. The musical habits were self-reported, which means that participants might over or underestimate their engagement. Also, only 10% of the group didn't play music, so the comparison group was small. But despite that, the effect sizes were strong, and the findings aligned with other studies showing how music can improve mood, stress levels, sleep, and even blood pressure. The science is actually catching up with what we've known intuitively for centuries. Music heals. I want to end on a more personal note. The topic is especially close to my heart because I've been studying the work of the great Peter Geriatric, a brilliant Russian scientist who believed that our genes emit specific frequencies and that those frequencies can be translated into sound. He explored how sound and language might influence genetic expression and cellular health in a therapeutic way. His research actually is very complex and fascinating, and I'll be diving deeper in my future videos as I'm writing a book about that now. I also love singing in a choir, and I went to music school as a child. But what I love the most now is how beautifully this all aligns with the idea that sound and frequency are not just abstract concepts, they are biological forces. And music at its core is a language of healing. So, in conclusion, if you've ever felt guilty for spending time playing music or singing instead of being productive, let this be your permission slip. Make music part of your longevity plan. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment, share it with someone who needs a little inspiration, and don't forget to subscribe. We've got a lot more to explore when it comes to healing from the inside out. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.